Good evening, everyone. My name is Tikia Kid, and I'm going to be reading the virtual bedtime stories for tonight, brought to you by Burst Into Books. I have a Christmas medley, or should I say a Christmas selection of three books, three short books tonight. The first one I'm going to read is called Bear Stays Up by Bear Stays Up for Christmas by Karma Wilson. The second book is If You Take a Mouse to the Movies by Laura Numroff. And the last book is Pete the Cat Saves Christmas by Eric Litzwith. So let's get started. I'm going to share my screen. All right, so our first book is Bear Stays Up for Christmas by Karma Wilson. Bear. The day before Christmas, snuggled on the floor, Bear sleeps soundly with a great big snore. Dear Bear, get up, Mouse shouts in his ear. Won't you? We won't let you sleep through Christmas this year. His friends are all there, gathered in his lair, and the bear wakes up. He stands with a stretch and a great big sigh. I hope I can make it. I do want to try. Don't worry, squeaks Mouse. Hare says it's all right. We'll all keep you busy all day and night. He tries to lay down, but his friends all frown. So the bear stays up. Come on, said Badger. Time to follow me. In Pine Grove Glen, there's a fine pine tree. So they stomp through the woods and they tromp down the track. They hoist up the tree onto the bear's big back. He plods very slow as they trudge through the snow, but the bear stays up. Back at the cave, Gopher brews mint tea, and Mole pops corn to string upon the tree. Raven and Wren bake a fresh fruit cake. The friends do their best to keep Bear awake. His shoulders start to stoop, and his eyelids droop, but the bear stays up. They hang up their stockings by warm firelight and hum Christmas songs like "Oh, Holy Night." They cuddle and sing as they wait for the sun, but soon all the voices fade to just one. A bright star glows while his friends doze. But the bear stays up. Bear giggles and grins, he works and he raps, he bustles and bakes while everyone naps. He piles up presents under the tree, but who's at the doorway? Bear doesn't see. He toils all night until the sun rises, making his friends their Christmas surprises. Just before dawn, he lets out a yawn. But he still stays up. When Christmas arrives so lovely and white, Bear's friends awake to a glorious sight. Presents and goodies are piled up tall. I stayed up, said Bear, just to share with y'all. As his friends shout with glee, Bear lies by the tree, but he still stays up. Wren flies to the stockings and tweets out a cheer. Besides our bear's presence, Santa was here. When all the gifts are open, there's one last surprise. Badger shows Bear a quilt just his size. Bear snuggles up tight and mutters, "Good night." Then Bear falls asleep. His friends tidy up and slip from the lair. They whisper, "Sweet dreams. Merry Christmas, dear Bear." The end. All right. Here is our next story. It's If You Take a Mouse to the Movie. One second. All right. If You Take a Mouse to the Movies by Laura Nomra. If you take a mouse to the movies, he'll ask you for some popcorn. When you give him the popcorn, he'll want to string it all together. Then he'll want to hang it on a Christmas tree. You have to buy him one. On the way home, he'll see a snowman in your neighbor's front yard. He'll want you to make one of his own. Then he'll need a carrot for the nose. When he's all finished, he'll decide to build a fort. He'll ask you to help him. Then he'll want to make some snowballs and have a snowball fight. Playing outside will make him cold. He'll want to go inside and curl up on a couch. He'll ask you for a blanket. Once he's nice and cozy, he'll want to listen to Christmas carols. You'll have you'll have to find some on the radio. He'll probably sing along. Sorry about that. Hmm. The cards will remind him of his Christmas tree, so he'll want to make ornaments. You'll get him some paper and some glue. He'll ask you for glitter. When the ornaments are done, he'll hang them all up. Then he'll stand back and look at the tree. He'll notice his popcorn string is missing. So he'll want to make another one. He'll ask you for some popcorn. And chances are, when you give him the popcorn, he'll want you to take him to the movies. The end. All right. Our last book is Pete the Cat Saves Christmas. One moment. All right. 'Twas the day before Christmas, and Santa was ill. In the cold wind, he had caught a bad chill. Will Christmas be canceled? Will it come to that? Never, said Santa. Never, said Santa. Let's call Pete the Cat. Santa asked Pete to deliver the toys to all the good girls and to all the good boys. I'll do it, said Pete. And although I'm small, at Christmas we give, so I'll give it my all. Give it your all, give it your all. At Christmas, we give it our all. So Pete jumped in his minivan and started to roll. Road trip, cried Pete. First stop, the North Pole. The reindeer were waiting to give Pete a tow, so he packed up the presents and told them to go. Then the minibus flew just like in a movie. Pete the cat cried, "This is totally groovy." "I can do it," said Pete. "And although I am small, at Christmas we give, so I'll give it my all." Give it your all, give it your all. At Christmas we give, so give it your all. As the children were sleeping all snug in their beds, Pete and his reindeer appeared overhead. Straight down the chimney, Pete flew in a dash, then back in his minibus, quick as a flash. Each time he delivered a holiday gift, he crossed off a name written on Santa's list. Santa's list was so big and Pete was so small, but at Christmas we give, so he gave it his all. Give it your all, give it your all. At Christmas we give, so give it your all. At the very last minute, they reached the last house. Pete dashed in and out, just as quiet as a mouse. Then right at the break of dawn, then right at the break of the new Christmas day, Pete and his reindeer were flying away. Back at the North Pole, oh, Santa was waiting. The elves and the townsfolk were all celebrating. Santa was dressed in his red coat and hat and cried, "Hip, hip, hooray for our friend Pete the cat." "I did it," said Pete, "and although I am small, in the spirit of Christmas, I gave it my all." Give it your all, give it your all. At Christmas we give, so give it your all. The end. Happy holidays, everyone. Thank you. Good night.